last time, you guys were at the festival. It was time for the fight between everyone so someone could get a way into the championship. You all picked your lots. Infernity did his best and managed to win because I apparently failed Sada by rolling very poor that day.
Cass also won.
And Cass bet on
Yeah.
Infernity and won a lot
Yes.
of money.
He bet on everyone, I believe. And then, yeah, he bet on everyone.
Yeah, I bet on both of you to win your first matches, and I bet on you to win it overall.
Which I was surprised you actually bet on me. Of all, no offense to my luck, but
Considering who was up against.
yeah, fair enough. But still, it's kind of sweet, I guess, that someone actually believed in me. Someone
Someone
actually
believes in
believed in
me.
me. Yes,
The odds were-
exactly.
It was it was more the fact nobody else believed in you.
Oh,
High
so,
risk or low risk, high reward.
so you just was it out of either pity or you actually believed in me? I'm curious.
Don't worry about it. I don't think Infernity wants to know the answer to that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Don't think so either.
That's
But-
fair. That's fair.
But you guys got. So Infernity won, he got his medallion. Sada had already had his. There was a feast and lots of mead. You guys ate, you guys drank. Sada and Infernity were very tired and, fell asleep.
And I'm practically bruised, I think, at this point. I'm
You are
bandaged and bruised.
You're bandaged and bruised. Sada, despite everything, his pretty face is fine.
No, yeah.
Sada always looks good no matter what he's doing,
Mm-hmm.
No matter the condition.
no matter the condition.
But you guys eventually went back to the inn. Darkassian pretended like he belonged there and managed to sneak his way into the rich people club.
It might
Where-
have scored as a possible boat later.
Mm-hmm. I also
in
lost
Los
it this time
Santos.
with a woman
Yeah.
because I mistook two B cities, and I'm like, why do I have two B cities? Because I ran out of names. Anywho. But yeah. You guys said you were staying one more day to shop, and then you guys were leaving the next.
You said
Yeah.
this place didn't really have much to shop at, though, right?
Uh,
I
I
thought we were thinking about the next town. Yeah,
yeah.
I thought we were thinking about the next town we were gonna
But
start.
the question is, though, should we buy for a service to get there? Is the question. Do we want to buy a carriage or something? Like, to go there?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
Maybe not a service carriage, like to rent one, but since we will be traveling a bit,
Like, get a
Um,
wagon and mule, right?
yeah, so I have a decent amount of money saved up. Because all I need, honestly, is a half plate or a half plate or full plate armor, and that's pretty much what I need. I don't really need any other, and maybe I wouldn't. Yeah, I can't talk to the blade or the weaponsmith here because they said they couldn't really do anything for it or for his weapon.
Yeah, because they had mentioned someone in Los Santos that could do it.
Yeah, it's probably the same person who can help with my pepper box. Maybe. Anyway, yeah, I think our best bet is to just have a wagon and mule and just ride our way there.
well, Cass was thinking, or I was thinking, 2 draft horses, and then like a carriage. Or actually, I think I was looking at price wise. It depends on how you want to classify it as either a carriage or like a wagon. Unless, that would base off the price. But actually, at one point, I found almost the exact one or something similar. Can't remember the name of it. Vardo
Mm.
wagon. It is a wagon.
Okay, so yeah, it is a wagon then.
That is cheaper, but it's basically
Yeah. I had to buy a
horse-drawn
I had to
vehicle.
buy a horse. Yeah.
Oh, hi, sorry.
Basically, little house on wheels.
Oh wait, wouldn't that be called a caravan?
Yeah.
That's another word or whatever.
Caravan.
So,
Yeah. It's,
caravan, Romani wagon, living wagon.
Robot. What a
Yeah.
word.
But Vardo is like the name of apparently the specific name of them.
Okay. Well, still, like we need one of those and a horse to get there.
Yeah. And horse-wise,
I was gonna
draft
say,
horses.
how much it costs in total?
It doesn't have to be a draft horse.
Doesn't have to be a draft horse.
It doesn't have to be a draft horse to pull a wagon.
Yeah. It all
Yeah.
depends
Oh.
on what's available.
Yeah, and how inflated this is compared to standard 5e costs. But
Yeah.
if it's standard costs, draft horse is about 50, and a wagon is 35 gold. So
So
that's not much, but
yeah, Fox, can I potentially talk to Can I potentially talk to someone, or maybe the mayor or somebody about talking to like the mayor or something?
Oh my God, figure out your words.
I'm trying to think of the words, and I can't.
Are you trying
Well-
to get the mayor to get you a ride?
Or possibly like tell us if he knows anyone who would be a good area.
Oh, like a recommendation?
Yeah,
Oh, you want their recommendation for wagons?
yeah. Basically, like, hey, I know we don't usually like do this. However, we're kind of looking like, what can we do here in order to like fix it?
So potentially asking a favor in a way.
Not a favor. I would say more along the lines of
Or
not really a favor.
Requesting it.
Just hey, yeah, requesting a
Yeah.
like, hey, what can we possibly do? Like, what areas, or what do you know anyone who would know or who would have a decent place we could do business with them?
Yeah, just like asking for information.
yeah. Okay. So
Cass
that's what it
tried
was.
that.
So the technical names of Varda.
Yeah,
I thought it was
Cass
called
had
those.
tried that, but you can attempt to go talk to the mayor. You don't have an appointment, so you can try.
Gotta get that appointment.
Or talk to the lady. That would always.
Who has the
Okay.
secretary or his lady? Yes.
You, Martha,
Yeah.
you need to find Martha.
Yeah. That's
Possibly.
You can try. You can try to find her. She's a busy
Cass
woman.
is
you
good
know.
at finding her.
I feel like she's
Oh,
good
I'm
at finding
sure.
Cass.
actually, yeah. Oh.
Like, yeah. Anywho, but yeah, you guys wake up. You can hear the pitter patter of rain on the inn window. The rainy season has started.
Hmm. I always did like the rain.
Rain is nice.
It is. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
So Cass's hair frizzes up.
Cass is just
Hey, at
like,
least-
no, my hair.
At this point, I'm pretty sure my flames came back. Like, at this point.
I hope so.
I would hope so. Or you
Apple
would be
dunking.
a bald fire genasi for a minute.
No, I wouldn't be bald. I wouldn't be bald for like. I still got a patch of it. I still have hair. It's just
It's not as
Yeah.
elegant as the flames.
Yeah, no. Besides, even if I had flames like that, I would prefer short, like kind of shortcut flames anyway.
But anywho, so yeah, you guys are waking up. Infernity and Sada, well, more Infernity than Sada. You were very sore.
Oh,
Yeah.
most definitely. Like I'm just like sitting up from my bed and just like Sada sees me just twisting my sides, cracking every part of my body from the fights.
He just looks at you for a moment. Do you want some help with that?
I mean, if you know anything about handling cricks like this?
I mean, I used to fight all the time. I know about being sore and stuff like that easily.
Well, be my guest then.
DM, can I roll something for it?
What are you trying to roll for it? You can roll medicine if that's what you're trying to help with.
I think that might something like that. Yeah.
Go for it. Sorry. As you guys were talking, I decided to try to eat some more of my food.
Oh no, you're good.
No,
you're
It's
fine.
at least a good small talk to start.
Yeah.
I found a PDF of a book that's all about the type of caravan.
Uh,
No.
Don't really want to say the name of the book though.
I don't think you could. Anywho. But yeah, Gil's up and ready to go, ready, excited for the day.
Actually,
Fair.
can't be alluded.
Lloyd, I assume you're kind of up. I don't think you're a morning person. Lloyd's just like, I don't want to be up, but these guys always get up early.
yeah.
I keep trying to figure out if I have all of my stuff and I counted it over like 5 times, and I'm just like, wait a second. Let me start over again.
It's a different one.
Yeah. As,
Let me roll real quick. Sorry.
I thought I was helping Infernity. Where do you plan to go, Dark Acid?
Let's see.
That's an 18. That's not bad.
So, Sada, I guess, has magic hands and helps like massage your muscles and.
Like,
Oh.
no, I wouldn't say that. It more like he finds the spots where he can actually like press down and release some of the pressure.
Yep.
Magic hands.
Damn. You weren't kidding about being a natural.
Just more been around the fight long enough to be able to do that kind of stuff.
Remind me to take lessons next time. Remind me to take lessons.
Would Cass be able to hear them talking from the room next door?
More than likely.
Yeah.
I don't. And they're not being super quiet, but if you're listening, probably.
Well, Cass would ask Gil if he wants to join him, or basically once he wants blah, blah, blah. Does he want to come with? Okay, hey Gil, do you want to come with me as I try to gather some things for our trip, or do you want to see what the others are doing?
Adventure?
Just
Like, what would Gil say? Adventure?
just drowsily saying adventure.
Question. I guess the question mark comes down to like, does Gil think that they're gonna do cool things, or does Gil think you're gonna do cool things?
Well, it depends if he thinks walking around town or in the rain is cool or not.
I don't think he would think that's cool, so I think he'll stay with the others. So he'll wave you goodbye as you head out, and then just run to Sada's and Infernity's door and just go.
Well, should have seen that coming.
Yep, should have seen it coming.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't know where Lloyd's room is, and Lloyd prefers it that way.
Yeah, that's true.
This is true.
But
Yeah,
it would be
that
an
is really
adventure to go
true.
find it.
It would be an adventure.
Oh, no.
Look for yes, good luck for that.
It's like picks him up and drops him back off. You left this.
This kid yours?
Well, before fully heading out, Cass would stop by the bar front area.
Mhm.
Is the person working? Like, is there somebody working there right now?
There's someone.
Okay.
There's always someone
Whispers
working.
go.
Cass would approach, be like, "Hi, is it the one we've met before?"
You would, throughout the time, weeks spending here, yeah, you've seen them before. You didn't interact a lot with them, but, like, as you come down, they're in the middle of eating, and you're like, hi, and they're like, hi.
Like an awkward, hi.
Okay.
Totally awkward.
Eating behind the counter, like, yep, this is fine.
Sorry to bother you so early in the morning, but we're gonna be heading out soon. Do you perhaps remember the purple tiefling that checked in with us?
First dice roll is going to be on a memory check. Have they been paying attention? That's the question.
Yep.
And they sit there and they think for a second as they eat some of their food. I need a d20. That's not a d20. There's a d20. Oh, can't say I do, no.
Hmm. Okay, well, if I left a note, if a if a purple flamboyant tiefling that answers to Todd come back into the inn, would you be able to possibly give that to them?
Yeah. I'll leave
Great.
a note so the rest of us, depending on who's on shift, can give it to them.
Great. And Cass will hand them a note that he had written earlier, basically to Todd, telling them, "Hey, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
You remember our plans, riding Los Santos and Capital. Catch up with us, or write to us. Let us know where you are or what's up." But more
Oops.
fancy words than that.
Yeah, more fancy words on that.
A little more eloquently.
Yes.
More
yes,
elegantly, but basically, what the fuck, dude?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, they will take that, they will put it in a little secure box, and they will write a note to make sure that everyone else knows. And they'll give you a thumbs up as they shovel more food into their mouth.
Thank you so very much.
Nope.
And then his first door shop that I want him to go to is he wants to go to that crazy old man, a wizard dude.
Awesome. So you go off, you're in the rain, and you're heading towards the crazy wizard man. Alright. What are you guys doing as you hear that tap 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 tap, tap at your door?
I guess I'd roll out of bed and just go to the door and open it.
Hi! I was told I was with you today.
Because you're bored, or
What?
because you're bored, or looking for adventure, quote unquote adventure.
Well, Cass was walking around in the rain and I didn't want to go.
Walking in the rain. Did he say where?
No.
Hmm.
He just had some errands to run.
All right then. Well, I suppose we'll definitely we need to figure out a best known seller for a wagon.
Isn't a wagon like the rich people stuff?
Technically, but I don't think there's really much in it. Something we could at least use for traveling.
I like
Okay.
walking.
It's called your 2 feet.
Gil's just like, I like walking, 'cause adventure!
Do you like walking in the rain all day and just going over miles?
Well,
Sore
no.
feet? Then you need transportation.
Ah. Logic.
Yeah. Like you need common sense in it, being an adventurer, kid.
That's so fucking rude to the child.
I'm being realistic.
You are.
Being
You just ruined
realistic.
This child's
This child
dreams.
just like, I want to have an adventure, and you're just like,
Like I'm. being
there's
upfront.
logistics and
Yeah.
logic that we have to go through.
Yeah. I mean, am I wrong?
You're not wrong, but the child's just like, adventure!
Yeah. Yeah. No. Anyway, where do you think? What he looks over to Sada? Like, what do you think's a good start? Funny.
Good start for.
Like finding a buyer, you know, finding someone who'd sell us a wagon.
He postures for a moment, just trying to think about it. Honestly, don't know. There could be a lot of things we could do. We could find, or I'm sure there's a place we could go around.
That's true.
Um,
We could probably ask the
were there
innkeeper.
any? Wait a minute. Were there any farms in this area, Fox?
There's so many farms.
There's so many farms.
You know,
You would assume a couple of farmers would have some nice people or nice horses or anything else.
probably.
I
We could-
want to buy a horse.
Lloyd's like, I want a horse.
There's
Either
no-
buy them, or we can ask to borrow them and have them sent back somehow. I'm sure
I don't want
there's
to give
ways
it back.
to do it.
You know, I don't want to give Lloyd doesn't want to give the horse back.
Lloyd, are you
I'm
just
giving the horse
hopping
back.
into the conversation? Like, if
I'm
you
sorry.
just, I just want to know if you appeared at the door or are you still just getting around?
Peeks
I think
in
it
the-
would be funny.
I'd
I'm
keep
still
the
getting
horse.
around.
Like,
Like in
would-
the doorway. No.
He peeks in
I'm
the
still
door like
getting
I
around.
keep the horse. Like.
Why are you giving the horse back?
Good morning, Lloyd.
Morning.
Anyway, it's better to have our own wagon, like for future travels, than renting one and just bringing it home, returning it. So, I think our best option may be to speak with the innkeeper. Maybe they have some information of recommended farms.
Yeah. I think we can do that.
The question is, though, if we do this, how should we split, like, the payment between the horse and the wagon itself?
I'll pay for it. I got no problem with it.
You sure?
He just looks at him. Yeah, I mean, I won a lot of money from that
The drinking game, yes. That's
game,
true.
and also dealing with the jackasses of taking everyone's money during gambling. He just thinks about it. He's like, you don't remember? Like, I made like almost like $1,100 for that.
That's fair. Remember, I was still kind of blacking out at that time and drinking. Yes.
That's fair.
In any
Brandon
case,
was like, I was kind of blacking out at that moment.
I was kind of
I'll
blacking
take your
out.
word for it.
Yeah. In any case, we should let's go speak with the innkeeper, see if we can find recommended farms.
All right. You guys go down. As you guys are talking to the innkeeper, by this point, I believe Cass would have made it to Crazy Man's tent.
Mm-hmm.
You find the tent. Everything is like everything outside has been closed except for that tent. Peering in, you can see on one corner of it, it's just like a landscape of water just dripping down, and then just like buckets, and like there's buckets upon buckets upon buckets just catching the water.
Inside
kinda
or
look-
on the
yeah.
outside?
Inside, it looks like it's like making a waterfall, and it leads out of the tent. Well, silly, it works.
Silly but works. Silly but efficient.
If it works, it works.
Yes.
But yeah, you can see just stuff still stacked up high. Currently don't see Crazy Man.
Okay. Do you remember how much that coin had cost?
I think it costs 2 gold.
Okay. And there's not really a door to the tent. Cass will, really bad about what he had done before. He's going to sort of quietly make his way in, and then where he remembered where the guy had the coin, had put the coins to begin with, after his purchase, and he's going to repay him the 2 gold. And actually give him 3 more, so it gives him 5 gold.
Okay. Alright, you can do that. Easy peasy.
And then, before dipping again, he wants to repair the tent with mending.
Oh, you can do that, yeah.
Cool.
You cast your spell and you watch as the singed flaps that are leaking in the water just zoop, and the water stops coming in. Alright,
Then he heads back out.
awesome. Alright. And it's back to you guys. You guys are with the innkeeper. They're finishing up their food. As you guys come down, they just stare at you as they eat.
Morning.
Morning.
Do you
Let's
mind
say
if we
it's-
ask you a question?
Shoot.
We're wondering if you have any. We're looking to purchase a wagon and horse. Do you have any recommended farms that sell them?
Farmers around here won't sell a horse. You know how
No?
expensive those are?
Okay. Would there be one that would be willing to pay?
Oh no. It's a terrible thing to ask.
Not. I'm only asking. There's not. You think it sounds
Sorry.
malicious, but it's not.
It sounds bad because I'm like, here, we got this one. It's 20 years old and it's blind in one eye.
Wow.
It's so horrible.
Well,
Oh my
Uh,
god. Hold
if
on.
horses aren't
Sorry.
an option, maybe would a dumb question, Fox? Were there any like buffaloes or yaks or anything like that?
I have a bunch of yak.
We could probably resort to using a yak instead for the carriage, right? The wagon ride.
Yeah, probably.
How about yaks instead? Would anyone sell a yak?
Maybe.
Like,
We are mostly a cattle farm here. We're mostly, now, as they shove food in their mouth. We're mostly, listen, lots of our stuff is used to make beer and ale, man.
That's fair. You would need like a lot of like carriages and hit like strong animals to carry that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You can
well,
try. I mean,
You got a recommended farm?
no. I don't eat food. You can talk to Torbo.
Orbo.
Just keep an eye on your belongings when you do.
Wait, what? Why do you say that?
Re- just keep an eye on your belongings. No.
He just like shifts his head, looking at Sato and Lloyd, like, okay. Where can we
Wait, how
find
do you
this?
spell his name? Sorry,
T-O- I would assume it's
T-W.
T-O-R-B-O.
It's
Oh.
Twoorb. Tworbo.
Oh, Twarbo.
Okay.
Oh, Twarbo.
Listen,
so
I
where can we...
still can't spell and pronounce things. Just you're gonna have to go with me.
I had to ask because I was like, I don't know if I'm hearing it wrong or not. Okay.
I mean, in my mind, I hear it as T-O-R-B-O. Torbo. You know?
That's what I was hearing.
Yeah.
Tworbo.
What? Anyway, where can we find this Torbo?
He's on the outskirts of town. They can give you directions.
That'd be helpful.
Yeah, they'll give you directions. Yeah.
Are there any ads for livestock animals on the board? I'm gonna check the board. Can I check the board?
Yeah, as they're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can look the board.
Okay.
Let me check what's on the board right now. Hold on. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. No, I wanted Google Docs. No, stop.
Okay.
Oh.
Oops.
Uh-oh, what did you do?
Sorry.
It's like, oh.
Did we get a peek behind DM?
No, you didn't get a peek behind. Listen, I fixed that. You can never. The stream will never see any of my bullshit again.
It's like
Because-
you can't prove shit.
I just accidentally hit a thing and Chrome was trying to take me. Chrome thought I was talking about the job board for like actual job hunting instead of the job board Google Docs that I have saved.
Not the fantasy job
Yeah.
board.
I need the fantasy one, please.
Yeah, so the fantasy one, not the.
Not the real jobs.
Yep.
Not the real jobs, please. I need the D&D thing.
Yes.
Alright,
Oh.
hold on. Oh, where am I? Job board. Alright. Let's see what's on the job board. There's a flyer up for the festival that just passed. There's an elven lady who's looking for company, quote unquote.
Oh.
The pay's decent.
Uh-huh.
That's all I'm gonna say on that. Listen, I made a real job
Thank
board.
Persada.
Listen, I made a real job board. I don't know what you want from it. Let's see.
Ooh.
There is a flyer up that asks for help to take down the festival stuff. There is a dude who's wanting help on the farm. There is a flyer for some wizard in another part of the city. Like, you need potion? I have potion. Come to me. Literally is what the flyer says. Yeah, that's about it.
Well, there's one that might be helpful, but other than that, I don't think so. I'm gonna go back and tell. Oh my god. Infernity. How did I forget your name? I'm gonna go back and tell Infernity is like, yeah, the board's not much help either. There's a farmer that needs help, and that's maybe the only thing we got.
Hmm.
So it's probably this Torbo. Tordbo?
Borbo.
I'm gonna call him Borbo.
Wow. Anyway,
Uh,
so this Torbo's our best option.
Torbo. More than likely, unless you want to do some work.
No, I'd rather
And even
not.
then, I'm not even sure what kind of farm this is, so.
Fair enough. What do you think, Sato? What do you think about this Torbo?
Always interesting to try out where we can go. I mean, I don't think it'd be a terrible thing
Yeah.
to
Watch your
try
shit.
out.
Although it's still gonna bug me, like the whole why keep an eye on our butt. I'm assuming thieves. I'm assuming potential thieves.
That's kind of what I would think. However, give me one. All right. Yeah, that's what I would assume. Either thieves or this guy's generally a con man and will try to swindle us out of a lot of fucking money.
That's true. It could also mean a con man.
It's a shame that your con man's not with you now.
Ah,
He's out doing his own shit. Speaking of Cass, where are you going next?
Well, I was thinking about it. I was thinking based off the trait, the city secrets that I know out of flows of cities and stuff. Would I be able to find the district that would sell things like carts and everything, or traveling stuff? I'm assuming it'd be on the edge of town.
You can find someone that's selling carts, not the ones you were looking for.
Mm.
There's hand carts, there's pulled carts, there's... one has a covered, but like other than that, there's not like anything fancy about it.
Mm. Now, the people selling those, do they build those?
No.
Could I ask them who builds things, or where I could find a builder or woodworker?
Let me remember who builds the stuff in the city. Ooh. I have to find his name. I'm sorry. Hold on.
You're fun.
I'm like, what's his name? I don't remember. Oh shit. Excuse me. Oh, that's fine. Okay. The person that usually builds all this it's usually, whoop, sorry, drop shit. That's why I don't remember. I chose an actual an actual name for the race he is.
Oh,
Arkad Kegshaper. I'm going to hope that's correct. Arkad Kegshaper is usually the man that makes the stuff.
Would you post that name in chat?
Yes. Because I'm probably not saying it correctly. And here, just for stream, I will also post it in the stream chat so you also can judge me.
Watch Judge.
Let's judge. Here you go.
we're judging.
Arctic
Yeah,
Shaper.
Arkad Keck Shaper.
Arctic-
You're right.
Aha! See, dwarven names aren't hard.
Oh, Arkad Keg Shaper. That's not that bad.
Yeah, no,
Ah.
Arctic.
Imagine
Arkad
getting
Keck
stuck
Shaper.
being a Keck Shaper for your whole entire life.
Right?
Why do you think he branched out and made carts?
I don't want to be a Keck Shaper anymore, Dad. I want to make wagons.
I don't want to be a keg shape. Oh my god, yeah.
Uh,
You guys would like to go speak with him.
Okay. I can send you to him. I feel like at this point, since we're going places, let's pull up the city map that I never made the new one of, so you're just dealing with the shitty city map.
It's fine, it's fine. It's totally fine.
So you had went over here. It was nearby, so we'll have you go that way. As you guys are heading out, you're heading the wrong way. I'm using Infernity, but find Infernity. He's the brightest one.
Yes.
That's why I picked you. I was
Brightest
like,
one.
who's the brightest one that you all follow?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find Cass.
You're over
Yeah.
here.
whoosh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you are. You're by Palsway East Tower. Or S Tower.
Yep.
I forgot the rest of East. Oh no, wait. Yeah, there's East Tower, and then I guess I was like, I'm not spelling East Tower again, so I put ES Tower.
Yes.
Yes. Alright.
Yes, tower.
Yes, Tower. So you guys are walking in the rain, and Gil's like, I came with you to avoid the rain.
Can I offer him my hat? I guess.
You put you take off your hat and you put it on the child, and he's like, thank you.
You're a lucky kid.
I know. I get told that a lot. Especially when I missed the accident on the farm. I almost got ran over by a horse.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you're a good kid.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh right, he's fucked up.
No, just. Anywho. So we're heading out to the, finding this Torbos farm.
Yep. So you guys head off.
Yeah, I think we're heading off to Torbos.
Alright, so as you guys are heading off, we'll go back to Cass, because Cass's destination is shorter.
Yeah.
You get sent to this workstation, this workhouse, and you find it's an old keg building. They used to make kegs.
Yeah.
Cool.
We love cakes.
Listen, when I was coming up with names, I at some point ran out of clever ones and just started naming them after their professions or ex-professions.
Understandable.
Well, that is how
Understandable.
people generally did get their last names.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So many Smiths.
Mm-hmm.
indeed.
But you find the place. They're currently not making anything at the moment. Talking to some of the people that work there, they will point you towards a very older-looking dwarven individual who is currently snoozing on the chair.
Okay.
He's got a white beard and white hair. He's just kind of snoozing.
Excuse me, sir. He
My
tries.
he gets up.
My-
Ah,
My apologies. I did not mean to startle you.
it's fine. Who are you? Do you work for
My
me?
name is... No, I do not. Sadly, you probably a wonderful boss. I hear you make carts
Yep.
and such.
Yep.
Do you do commissions?
Depends on what it is.
Well, I would all I'm looking for is more of a wagon per se. And Cass will describe the reading wagon, caravan thing. And would you possibly be able to make something like that?
I could. It's gonna cost you a pretty penny.
Hmm. How much and how long would it take?
To get the resources needed, I'm not gonna make it fancy. If you want it fancy, you're gonna have to pay someone else to do that.
That's perfectly fine.
I'll make sure the wood's all good, though. What's the name of these? I could probably do it for about, I'd say about 200, maybe 150, depending on what wood you want it out of.
Hmm. And how long do you estimate something like it would take to build?
Give it 2 months.
Oh,
We'd be building it from scratch, so yeah.
Hmm. What's the largest wagon that you build or have? Would you be able to build onto something like that?
Most of the stuff I usually make are farmer carts, kiddo.
Mm.
So unless you want a farmer cart, it's not going to look as fancy as you want it.
Out of character, what's the size of a farmer cart?
You all could fit in it, if that's what you're asking. It doesn't. So you're looking at think Pioneer, without the cover.
The tarp
Okay.
that covers it. Yeah.
So basically, what they're using is either going to be a two-wheeled cart, which is what they would throw shit on, that the horse would be dragging, or it's a full-on cart to deliver stuff to places. And sometimes they'll have either the cloth cover over it, or sometimes they won't. Depends on the weather. Today of days, yes, there would be a cloth cover on a lot of them.
Okay. So, getting one of those four-wheel farmer carts and basically having a wall or the walls raised and a roof put on, and then the internals. Would that be a possible thing to ask about?
Could do it for 150, but it still would take me a month.
Okay. Mm.
Take pride in my work, and I'm gonna make sure it's not gonna fall apart.
Of course.
So I can
Only
do that
get-
if you want, but
Mm.
either or is gonna be time. You could have one that's more customized, or one that just kind of put together.
Get you a box. At wheels.
I'll pause. Hmm. Well, thank you for your time. I will definitely keep this as an option, and I may be back later. I think this
Alrighty.
would be a good first stop. Thank you.
I'll be here.
And he heads back out to think where to go next.
Alright. The old dwarf will just get comfortable back in his chair and he'll go back to dozing. It's a
Just
rainy
nap.
day for an old man. Yeah, he can take a nap. But yeah, you guys are on your way to the
It's Warbo's farm.
As you guys are heading that way, Sada, you will feel a slight tug on your arm. Excuse me, Mr. Dragon Man.
Who is it?
You see. One second, there's a bot in my chat, and none of my mods are in here. Anywho, you see a small wood elf. They look about like 4'5", 4'6". They
Yeah.
have brown hair pulled back into a ponytail. They have like a brown or black cloak on with like a bunch of flowers on it. Hi, I'm a little lost. Is there any chance you can help me?
What do you need?
I seem to have gone south when I meant to go north. Excuse me as I pull up the map so I remember what name it is. I'm trying to get to Cryla. Do you by any chance happen to know how to get there?
I'm pretty sure in character I wouldn't know, correct?
That is correct.
Oh, wow, yeah, he definitely went south.
Oops.
Yeah, they definitely went south. Yeah, they just kind of look at you and they're just kind of rubbing the back of their head.
Fortunately, I do not.
Shit.
If I knew, I'd help you out, but unfortunately, yeah, I'm not 100% familiar with this area.
Shoot. Oh, well, that's a disappointment. They just kind of look at themselves and they're like, okay, I can figure this out. Well, thank you for your help, Mr. Dragon Man. It was nice meeting you.
Well,
Flower's the
I
name.
apologize. What's your name?
Flower.
Flower. Nice to meet you. He just shakes her hand.
With their hand, yeah. They shake
Yeah,
hands.
their hand very politely.
Well, gotta figure my way out, I guess. What's your name, by the way?
I'm Sada.
Sada. Alright,
Yes.
I'll remember that, Mr. Dragon Man.
You sure about that?
Alright. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you later. Maybe. Bye.
Wait. Oh. Oh.
Oh, bye-bye.
No, brown hair though. Never mind. I don't know.
What?
And Verdi's like, I'm putting puzzle pieces together. Oh shit, what is that?
Cass somewhere is feeling the urge to hit his forehead.
Wow. Okay. Jeez.
Hmm.
Wait. Okay.
Very much confusion.
That's okay. I couldn't quite do their voice, and I apologize. So you're just gonna. That's the voice
No.
you're getting for right now. But yeah, they're just like bye, and they head off
What?
in the wrong direction, but they're heading a direction.
Oh,
Heading a
scare
direct-
them.
Oh boy. hold on a sec. Wait, I need to turn on the lights quick. When I do come back, I'm gonna roll. Do you mind if I roll a history?
Sure, I'll give it to you. Because Infernity is like, wait a minute. Because you're dead set on this. You're like, hold on.
I'm like watching this guy run in the opposite direction. Like, I give them 3 days and they're gonna end up dead on the side of the road. 3 days tops.
Alright. Back, and I'm going to roll.
Mm-hmm. Infernity's dead set on this. They're
Oh.
like,
You got this.
Actually, I actually managed. That's an 18.
awesome. Yeah. I'm assuming you pieced together a thing. You remember something that Senna Longbow told you about a golden flower, and you had hypothesized it being a person.
I just look at
He
Sato.
actually-
That you said her name was Flat, right?
She
name
did,
Flower?
right? Yeah.
You did.
Hold on.
Okay. Wait.
They did.
He just very like, wait, kid, hold on.
You're just chasing after them. They're like, huh? What?
Yeah.
Are they...
He's like, hold on a minute, kid.
I'm not
Yeah.
a kid. I'm older than you.
He's like, wait a minute. He just raised his eyebrow. Excuse me.
Anyway, you said your name's Flower, right?
Yep, the one and the only.
Hmm.
Can I help you, Mr. Fireman?
Perhaps you could. Does actually no? Would they know? Would they know their name? Does the name Sato Longbow sound familiar to you?
No? Should it?
Never mind. This is gonna sound forward, but why don't you come? No. Oh my god. Oh my god, no.
They'll hold up a hand and be like, listen, if you're going to ask me on a date, I would like to point out that I am gladly taken.
No, that's
I am
not what
very
was-
married.
That is
Me and
not
my
what I was.
partner are very in love.
Judging from that sentence alone, you don't sound very happy about your relationship.
You talking about? No, I love my lover. They're the best thing that ever happened to me. They're so sweet, and gentle, and tall, and strong. They can pick me
He
up
just
and
raised
put
his
me.
eyebrow.
They are super. They can pick me up, and it's great. They can reach
What's
all the
that?
top shelves that I can't.
What's their name?
Oh, no offense, I don't know you very well enough to say their name. Where I'm from, in our culture, we aren't supposed to talk about our lovers without their permission.
Suppose that's fair, I guess. In any case, this is going to sound strange, but actually, wait, hold on. Sato, like he walks over to Sato a moment, and just like in a huddle, like, can I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah, more than welcome to.
Do you think this is a coincidence, man? Like, could this be the golden flower that Sato guy was talking about?
Sada.
Seta.
Sato.
They're Sada.
But
Sada.
Sato. Yeah, well,
Oops.
well,
Seta.
okay. Anyway, do you think this is the same quote golden flower that Longbow talked about?
Maybe.
Well, cool.
Does sound possible. It's a little unusual to think about.
I don't know. It's been racking in the back of my mind ever since he told us talked about a golden flower. We don't know if it's an object, or it could be a metaphor for a person.
That's always possible, I suppose. So you think this person is it?
Maybe. I mean, what do you think though? Crazy thought is we have her come with us, like, and see how this plays out.
I mean,
So,
He just raises his eyebrows, like, I mean, I can't say I don't mind doing it, but
Look, I'll say an excuse to. I'll give an explanation when we see Cassian. But we'll try and explain. I'll try and explain it to him. All right.
I mean, yeah, I don't mind it. Just, yeah. He just looks at him and just, if you really think this is gonna work, yeah, let's do it. But let's just not. And he's like,
No.
he just
Try-
raises.
I'll-
He's just,
Don't. I'll take responsibility what comes up. All right.
yeah.
Flower. You said you're trying to look for a place, yes?
I'm on my way home. I'm a little lost, but it's fine.
Well, actually, we're traveling, as a matter of fact. How would you
north.
like to? We're actually traveling up north. How would you like to come with us?
You're going south.
No, well, we're heading to the south.
Are we? Yeah, we're going south at first, but we're also going back north soon.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, we're taking a trip down south to La Ciento, and
Yep,
we'll be
that's
soon heading to the north. How'd you like it to join us for a ride?
I don't know. I don't know you very well.
I can understand that, but you said you're trying to find your way north, correct?
Yeah.
And we're trying to we're trying to get ourselves a ride to first head to Los Santos, then head northward to the capital. Alright, so we can help each other out here.
I'm like trying to have a big brain moment here, and I'm just like, no, behave. And I was like, oh, they don't want to go with us, but we want to take them. What
They're
if
so
I just,
We're a charming bunch. Anyway, what do you say?
They're just kind of looking at you skeptically. Can I ask why the offer? You seem set on me joining you, but I don't know why, and that kind of just gives me the vibes.
Should
They
I
have
just
a
look
point.
over at Sada, like, giving a look of, should I just be honest with them?
He thinks about it for a
No.
moment, and he'll say something. A friend
Okay.
of ours, a person that we were dealing with a while ago, mentioned a person by or a name of Golden Flower. Said to be on the lookout for you. Didn't pop up into my head right away when you introduced yourself, but it does sound familiar to us. This person
Okay.
is not exactly a good. This person is not exactly a good person. I know that much. At least to others, he's not.
Yeah, he's wanted for some, but others he seems different. Think
And
differently
you're-
of him.
You can see them just pinch their brows. Ugh, children, I swear. Okay, so you're trusting
He's-
the
just
words
looks
of
at you.
this individual.
You are not. That,
Don't start. You do not like he just like do not patronize us. We're trying to explain calmly. We're
Okay,
trying to explain.
like, okay, let me, you youngings, if you don't like the word children, you're taking the
Youngling
word
just-
of
fine.
some individual who may or may not be very well. Not in the term. Basically, you're trusting an individual who says to be on the lookout for someone like a prophet or a future teller or
We-
something.
Not even that.
Yeah,
We don't. It's not even
The
a
only-
prophet.
he only said, "Look for the golden flower." That's all he said to us.
I think this person's gold.
That's not the point. Like, it didn't have to be literal. I don't know if it's
I mean,
literal
you're
or.
kind of going for literal here.
I thought it was
It's true.
They're just like pinching their brows for a second. I'm like, okay. Alright, so
I'm
What?
just trying to state the obvious. They got a black cloak on with flowers. Their name is Flower. I just see flower, not golden flower. Not to
Just
crush
like
your dreams like that, bud.
and Freddy's just pinching like between his his eye, like
I
above
see
his
a little bit of both. I out of character, I kind of get where he's coming from, and I think it's
Yeah.
definitely a little odd. But I also don't think it's necessarily a bad way to actually like think of like,
Right.
yeah.
Like, that
I mean, I
can't
do
be
think it's a-
coincidence. Like it,
Yeah. I
No,
do think it's a
100%.
great coincidence. Like, out of character, yeah.
yeah.
how about this? If you, because you said you're looking for a way, something to take you down south.
Right.
Yes, south
If-
and up north.
If you acquire a way to go south and up north in a convenient fashion, I'll think about it. 'Cause God knows you, all the gods know you need help.
Like
Actually-
Freddy's trying his hardest, trying not
He
to like.
just chuckles. He just chuckles. I said, "Damn."
No offense, but like, I usually don't take the words of some stranger that you don't fully know that may be a criminal.
And yet you approach the dragon man asking for directions.
Yeah, would you not?
Wait, how did you know he was a?
He's got dragon scales and horns.
It's all right, fair point.
There's just pointing out the obvious. It's
Not
okay.
everyone
Oh my
sees
gosh,
this.
I'm sorry.
Not everyone sees. He does look at Flower. He's like, I'll be honest with you. Not everyone sees the scales. Most just see the pretty face and assume, or most people just see the pretty face. Plus, my horns aren't actually my horns. He looks at Flower for a moment and taps his. He taps his like as like ear. He's like, they're actually ears.
Okay. Well, I didn't notice the pretty face. No offense, but I don't. I'm taken.
Oh my god. That's
He's
not his way of hitting on you. Jeez.
No,
I
I'm not-
understand
no.
that. Oh goodness, you're not listening. It's not
What?
that I'm saying that you're hitting on me. It's just I don't notice it because there's only one person in my life. And
I
I
understand
notice. There's
That's
listen, talking's usually my strong point, but you guys managed to fluster me off on this. I don't know how to help you.
Now your furry just raised it like fine. Like if we can procure a ride, would you be willing to come with us?
Sure. I will be willing
Deal.
to come with you. If you get a ride. Otherwise, I think I'll try to attempt to make my way north again. And
Deal.
hope for better luck.
Like he offers his hand out to. It's a deal then.
Deal. And they'll shake their hand.
Meet.
Can I
Maybe. You
give
get the
them a
chip. Yeah.
helping
sorry.
hand and just be like, by the way, north is that way?
Oh! Thank you. I'll
Anyway,
remember
if you,
that.
if you want to look for us, we're at the. Wait, what was the tavern again, guys?
Let me pull it up.
Oh shit, I have that in my other notes.
I have it saved on my phone somewhere. Give me a minute.
This is for the wrong game. Oops.
Did it look wrong game?
Yep, I brought the wrong notes with me. Oops.
That's fine. I know that's not the inn you're staying at. I know that's in the town now. I think you're staying at the 12 Gestures pub. I think.
Sounds correct.
Because it's either... I know it's not the Dirty Orc Inn, because I didn't...
No,
And I don't think it's the Lion and the Moose.
I don't think so either. To be honest.
Doesn't ring a bell.
So I'm
No,
going to assume
not.
that it's the 12 Gestures pub.
The gestures from makes sense.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we're trying. Meet us at the 12 Gestures Tavern when you get the chance.
Sure. They'll take a mental note of that. Awesome. I'll see you then.
All right.
And they will this time head north.
Oh.
Following Lloyd's instructions as they head off.
And Freddy just lets that aside, just walking back to the group. Like, be honest, I fucked that up, didn't I?
Yeah, could have been worse. They could have screamed in your screamed that somebody was being even worse.
It's fair. That could have been that could have been worse.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, it could have definitely gone worse.
Alright, and you guys head off toward the farmer.
Or
While they're
both
dealing
farm.
with
Yeah.
Torbo's farm.
Torbo's farm.
While that shenanigans going on, Cass, where were you going?
His next thought is to. He thinks about nobles and such, and where they might store their, because nobles will travel.
Yeah.
Where, if they store them, because I doubt they would store them in town. We would like to find the place where they do store them and maybe try legitimate means first. But maybe you could buy one or something off of somebody.
I'm trying to remember where they would store them. I think, if I remember right, they usually, because they probably would store them over in past gates. You're just gonna go the other side of town.
Yeah.
Because if they
Then-
want to go somewhere, they'll have it delivered to their estate.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
At Pass Gate.
You're at Pass Gate. You can see a lot of like horses and carts. Like there's a lot of barns and like mostly for show. Not all of it is like work, but a lot of it's for show.
Anybody around that seemed like in charge or anything?
Yeah. Somebody in charge. Hold on. Hold on.
While Cass is looking for who's in charge, he'll peek into barns and such to see if he sees a carriage that he likes.
Yeah. You find there's lots of different carriages. There's like a lot of them are fancy, and they have the name of whoever owns them on, like the building, basically. But you do eventually find several people just running about, but you find a tiefling that seems to be the one in charge. They have like a brownish with like yellow tints to him. He has big like ram horns. He's very tall, he's very built, he's literally carrying a hay bale as he yells at someone to go do something. He is missing an ear, though.
Does that mean anything in this country area?
You... Not in this country, but you do know that people across the sea, if a slave was to misbehave, they would cut off an ear. So he may have been an escaped slave.
Cool.
But yeah, he's yelling at people like, "Stop sitting there and get your shit together," and like just kind of.
Cass will approach. He's like, You look like the man to talk to.
What you want?
Curious, are there any nobles that don't tend to use the carriages much?
Around this time of year, no one uses their carriages until they go to the capital. Why?
Well, I'm in the market to buy one, and I was thinking if perhaps there's somebody who didn't use one, maybe we're just getting up there. One that would just
If
be
you're
sitting in the
wanting to
barn.
buy one, you need to go talk to the guy that makes the carts.
I have, and time-wise, not my best interest, but just had a thought of stopping by through here, see if perhaps there's one that's just been gathering dust for ages. Then I could go speak to whoever owns that.
Unfortunately, a lot of these people just pass it down to their children, so if you're looking for a carriage, you're better off buying one. Plus, it would have all the custom features that you want.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, I just wanted to check options before making final decisions,
Yeah, listen, you may be an up-and-coming noble, but I'm going to tell you right now, don't piss off the old money
no.
nobles.
Of course not. I would pay fair share.
They can smell new money on you. Listen, your best bet is like, even if you don't have the patience, you can always get one made and then come back for it when it's done.
That is true. Thank you for your advice.
Yeah. Don't do nothing stupid. You youngins always do something stupid. Or unless you're older than me. I don't know. Elves are hard to tell.
Yeah.
Just don't do nothing stupid.
I'll try not to. He smiles.
Lady Saloon is always watching. And then he would just head off.
Notes of locations. Out of character, in regards to the old cemetery, how did the old man transport the bodies to the cemetery? Is there a medieval version of a
Yes. The church
Corpse
usually
cart.
has the corpse cart. The
Yeah.
church currently in town has the corpse cart. Which, if I don't remember where the church is.
Hearse. Wow.
Yeah, it's basically called a horse cart.
It's a cart.
Yeah, it's a horse cart. It's a hearse, but a horse cart is what they would have called it back in the day.
Yeah.
So, I don't
Was
think
there
that's the
one
church.
at the old cemetery?
No.
Was there any?
Usually they're kept by the church, because how the way it goes at the current moment is there's a church in town, so that's where it's stored. And then it would pick up the dead and then deliver it to the old cemetery. But with the new cemetery, you would assume that they would keep the cart in town and then use it to transport it to the new place. Even though the
Would-
church is moving out there.
Would they have decided to
Okay,
also
fine.
get a new cart with the new church?
You don't know. You didn't say anything about a new cart in any of the papers you read.
Yeah, so they're probably not.
As you arrive at Torvo's farm, it looks decent enough. You can see the fields have been plowed. I don't see anyone outside at the moment.
A house.
I don't know.
Like a house by the fields.
Yeah, surrounded by fields.
I'm
Right.
going to take my hat back from the child.
Okay. You take your hat back from the child as you're
Okay.
all just very wet, and you're like, I want my hat back.
Like, I don't want you to A, lose my hat, and B, yes, I also want my hat back.
That's fair. But yeah, you arrive at Torvo's farm. What do
Uh,
you do from there?
If there's, I'd approach the house and knock on the door.
Alright, you knock on the door, you hear some noise, and then hear some stuff falling, and then you hear the door slowly open, and you can see a pale half-elf, which you can't quite tell what else they're mixed with, but their skin is very pale, they have red eyes and white hair.
Red eyes and white hair. Hmm.
Albinism.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Very rare.
Yeah.
they'll open up the door and be like, "Hello."
Are you Torbo
Oh.
by any chance?
Depends on what you want. I didn't do anything, if that's what you're asking.
No. Wow. What a great start. No. Do you have any yaks by any chance?
No, I don't have any yaks. Got some mules if you're interested.
Mules wouldn't be a bad thing. Give me a second. I need to use restroom. Oh, right.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, they're hard-working mules, and they're very handy if you want.
Hmm.
I
He
mean,
looks-
yaks. If you're looking for yaks for food, though, I'm afraid you're in the wrong city for that.
No. Yeah, we're mostly just using the for we are looking to find a wagon later, a caravan for later. Wait.
Mm.
So it's mostly just for the pull.
Yeah, I got some mules if you're interested. I got 3 of them. They're very fine mules.
There's 3 mules. I'm sorry.
Lloyd just seems so excited about mules.
Internally, Lloyd's like, mules!
Yes. Strong mules though. That could also work, right?
Yeah.
Mules will
looks a little
definitely
lo-
work.
Yeah. I don't
They
think
can, they can pull up to 420 pounds. That's it. They're quite useful. A fine gentleman like you would be very fancy of them, wouldn't you?
I mean, I've done my fair share of field work before.
No, I can
But-
tell. Look at those muscles on your arm.
Sorry.
If you're trying to do some flattery,
I mean, that's no need to flatter. It's quite obvious. I'm just saying.
in any case, no, I'm fairly certain. I think albino would albino be the right word?
Yeah, he has albinism.
Yeah,
I think it's albinism.
Albinism.
Yeah.
I can't speak words.
albinism.
I'm
But
not
yeah, no.
entirely sure.
Words are hard.
I think you broke Infernity.
I did. I'm sorry. Listen. Listen, it's fine. It's all fine.
Ooh.
That's right.
I've got. Let's see.
Do we need to
Take a-
restart Infernity right
Take a
now?
look under.
No, I'm still here. I just wasn't sure if waiting for to at least so doesn't miss a piece, you know?
No.
I'm
you're
back.
good. You're
Okay. So how much would you be willing for giving us a mule?
I'm going
I
to
mean-
offer the guy 10 gold.
For 1 mule, yeah, I can give you 10 gold from 1 mule, but
Okay.
I have 3 if you're interested. So if we do 30 gold, you can have all 3.
Can you give us a moment,
Right.
please?
Don't take your time.
Hey.
A fine gentleman like you, I'm patient.
Hmm. He looks at Lloyd and Sada. What do you think?
Infernity, what's your passive perception?
Passive, it is 10. Passive's 10.
Awesome. Lloyd and Sada, but just out of curiosity, what's your passive?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Give me a sec. Passive is 11.
13, I think.
13? Okay.
I got 11.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, alright. Thank you. Continue.
No problem.
Hmm.
30's
3
probably
mil-
not bad,
That's not-
but 30's
that's not-
also like how much it would be
Well,
for 3
If
mules.
we want,
So.
we could, we could each split 10, like offer 10 each. You know,
And try to
Okay.
talk them down from 30?
I mean, we could
I
try.
mean, I can
we
try to
can
talk them
try.
down from 30.
All right, we could try.
What's the current? What's going on?
He's offering us 3 of his mules. At Lloyd here was offering 10 gold. So he was saying 10 gold for all 3 would be 30. So it'd be 10 each for each mule, and he has 3 of them.
You
I
wouldn't
can
have
try
to
talk
have
them
some-
down.
you wouldn't have to have something that we could use them to pull a carriage or anything, would you? Like some kind of carriage or anything of that nature?
No, but if you head over to let me pull up the map again. What am I doing? The map's right here on the screen. If you head over to Powell's Way East Tower, there's a shop there that shows farmer carts. I'm sure you can find something that would work for you.
He thinks about it for a moment. DM, can I make a persuasion to try to go for?
Lowering the price.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can try.
We could do 25 easy.
Let's see. That is a 21.
21. Alright. What are you saying? What are you trying to say to get him to lower the price?
What does this person look like?
They're an elf of some. They're an elf. Can't tell age, but they have white hair, red eyes. They're thin. Their skin is quite pale. Hold on. Let me pull up their description again. Yeah. He's like ghostly white. He's about 5'11". He's not quite your height. He's not built, but he definitely has some muscle to him. He's worked on the farm. He's got a scar where it looks like he got nicked by something from like the farmer tool on his chin. His hair is just kind of pulled back messily. Long hair.
And you said he has a particular interest in our Infernity friend?
I mean, he's talked to Fernity out mostly because you didn't say anything to him, so... Yeah.
He was sweet talking.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet talking a bit. Wait, what are you doing? What are you?
He just looks at him and says, he looks at Infernity for a moment and says, well, there's never a bad time, or it's never a bad thing to... He looks at Infernity, he's like, you could always take them to the team.
Wait, what? Like, excuse me?
Oh, you're just gonna throw him to the wolves. Okay.
I
Alright.
could. He's like,
I don't know if I was an idea.
it's like offer, depending if Infernity is okay with it, I would say could, or how about a little bit of time with our little friend here? How would that work for you?
What?
I mean, I would prefer to have money in my pockets, honestly. Listen, they're a fine-looking individual, but they can tell they're not quite...
Your type?
No, I'm just saying they don't swing that way, and that doesn't really a turn on.
That's fair.
Well,
I'll do the 30.
Awesome.
I mean, I'm
He'll
not
be-
saying.
We could have got 25.
Okay,
but
look,
okay.
it's a get
Nah,
like
he wasn't. He was willing to. He was willing to. He's just. It's like more of a.
not. I mean,
Aw, you guys aren't any
never really
fun.
thought that deep, but it's like he's not had that kind of experience. Like he's thought about it, sure, but never really crossed his mind. I mean, I could
Alright.
swing either way. Who knows?
But he'll take the 30, and then he said, "Wait right here, I'll be back." And then he'll put on a straw hat and put on a nice cloak, and he will head off towards his barn.
I hope those are mules.
Yeah, you guys didn't take a look at them.
Yup.
Also, you didn't confirm that they were his mules to sell.
Yup. Oh, I don't care if they're his mules. I just want mules.
Infernity, I need your character sheet. I just realized I don't have it for some reason.
Sure, I'll send it to you inside chat.
I just thought about it. I didn't think he was gonna do it without us, but I'm gonna
Did it
follow
say-
him to the barn.
Oh, you're actually
I would
going to
also
follow
do
him.
so.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm following him to the barn.
You know what? I'm actually curious too.
Alright.
I don't like getting duped.
Lloyd's like, I feel like we're being duped.
I'm just like, I'm sus.
But yeah, they'll open the barn, they'll go in.
Although I'm not sure if you could be able to actually read it. I realized.
Alright, they sent. Thank you. Thank you very much. They go in, come back out, and they have 3 mules. They seem to be in good shape.
Mm.
Can I do an Arcana check on the mules?
Absolutely.
Okay. Very sus. I think I can do it. Okay, yeah, we can. How about a 17?
A 17? Yeah, you find nothing magical about these mules.
Alright, I'm satisfied.
You're like, they're not magical. Alright, we're fine.
Like, there's no twist. Like, no twist. The actual legit mules.
Yep, that's a mule.
And he'll
far
hand
as I
you
can
the
tell.
leads. And he's like, well, it was a pleasure doing business with you.
So I have a really bad feeling about these mules.
I'm sure it's fine. We're overthinking it.
I probably am, but
Infernity. It's fine. You're probably overthinking it.
I've gotten
Well,
screwed over enough times.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Okay.
In any case, in any case,
Alright. How much rope you guys got?
I think I actually have. I mean, actually,
He handed you. There's rope. They handed you the lead.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
Oh.
sure if they were or not.
okay, so they
Yeah.
had some.
I
leads
figured they
for 'em.
were.
Yeah, they have some like
Alright.
rope leads, and they'll just hand them to Sada and be like,
Fantastic.
"You have fun."
Mm.
They're probably not very well trained, which is the issue.
Yeah, I was like, well, I wish they were horses, but I guess we got mules.
I mean, mules definitely no.
Wait, do I have?
I think mules actually are more effective. No offense to horses, you know.
No, they're pretty stubborn.
Yeah, but
They work hard. They do work hard.
Mhm.
Oh, sweet. I do have Beast Bond. Okay. Oh, shit. I didn't want to roll that. Never mind. I do have Beast Bond, though.
Maybe that will come in handy.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, continue.
yeah. All right, so we at least have the means for the transport. We just need a wagon now. We just need a wagon.
All right.
I'm so happy we got mules.
He will tip his hat and he will head into his house.
Do I have my shit?
Oh wait. Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably all
You know,
check. Make
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna pat myself down. I'm patting myself down.
All right. Cool. So let me. Infernity, you're missing 30 gold and a crowbar.
Holy
What?
What?
Infernity is missing 30 gold and a crowbar.
Jesus Christ!
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
No.
What about the others?
Oh
Lloyd, you're missing your tinderbox. That's all he
No.
managed to get
Oh.
off you. And
That
Sada,
really sucks.
I believe you had the highest, and so he didn't manage to get nothing off of you.
What about
Good,
Gil?
fucker.
no!
Little
Like, oh my
shit.
god!
What'd
Oh
you
my
say?
god! Huh?
What about Gil?
Gil
did
is
he
missing
have
5
much?
gold.
He's missing how much?
Oops.
5 gold.
Little buddy's broke. No.
Just wait till Cass finds out.
Oh my god! Like,
I mean, good
You
luck.
might have to take a
but-
little walk at night.
Oh dear. Man,
oh jeez.
Oh, at least it's just a tinderbox. You lost gold.
And a crowbar.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah, I guess I'll give Sada. Sada, did you pay for it? Because I can give you 10 gold.
Yes. He
Okay.
said he just waves his hand off. Don't worry about it.
Alright.
big map.
Let's...
I'm gonna just start moving. We'll use Infernity, because Infernity is the brightest token.
That's fine. That's fine.
Listen, I could find you so easily, you're so fucking bright. The rest of you just get thrown on the compass.
I'm the only one with the colors that pop.
You pop, everything's brown, and everyone in gray would
Yeah.
blend in with either black or green. And then
That's
we have fucking
fair.
orange and red, and it's like pop.
Yeah,
We're
that's fair.
So unless you guys split up again, we'll just use Infernity for the token.
That's fair.
Only because he's the brightest thing on the thing.
That's
Anywho,
fine.
Even though he's not the sharpest crayon in the box.
Wow.
Damn.
I'm at least. I
That
at
was
least.
pretty
la-
rough.
No, wait, no,
You-
I'm not gonna say that. Finish that sentence.
it's okay, Infernity. It's alright. But yeah. What is Cass's next move, and I assume, what are your guys' next move?
Well, so far we have no word of Cat, so we at least have the ways of pulling the carriage.
Yeah.
I guess.
And depending on if you trust him, he did say that there's a place you could buy a cart in Powell's Way, East Tower.
True.
Which
So, what do you think? We could probably head to Pal's Way then. What do you guys say?
Yeah,
Shit.
that's more than
Meet
likely.
back up with Cass, but...
Hmm.
Oh, you said once you meet up with Cass, good. Never mind. My bad.
Yeah. So we'll head over to Palace Way. See if there's any wagons.
Okay.
I want to hold the mules.
Here, just hold them. You can hold the
A mule
mule
for each of
leads.
us.
Yay.
You can just you just don't even casually. You just take them out of Sada's hand, and you're like, these are mine. I hold
Yeah.
them now.
Just eye contact, takes the mules, keeps walking.
He's-
You
Yeah,
know,
it's
I go beside one of the mules and just softly pet its head.
Gil's just walking behind you guys, and I'm like, I think Lloyd likes mules.
I wonder what gave that away.
Like Lloyd's just like as he's walking, just stroking one of their like jaws, like yes.
They're better than you guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, no offense.
Wow.
Actually, full offense, but
so if it was our lives on the line with the mules, you'd choose the mules?
no comment.
Lloyd's like, I like animals more than people.
Funny.